Howdy strangers, I made a couch out of old car seats. I started out making the base for the seats using measurements that I took from the mounting points of said seats. For this I cut and welded an old bed frame that my mom had collecting dust. I wanted it to be the same height as a normal couch, which is about 20 inches, so I cut 4 legs out of 4x4 wood posts. Next I cut some 2x4s to go in between the legs to support the metal frame and give it some stability. I also wanted to be able to remove the seats from the frame if I ever needed to, so instead of being welded right to the frame, they needed to bolt on. Unfortunately, the bed frame I used for my frame was too small and the mounting holes didn't line up with the metal, but I made these spacers out of some extra square tubing I had and welded them in place. Now that the holes actually lined up, I bolted the seats onto the frame and tried to enjoy the fruits of my labor. However, I couldn't because one of the corners of the seat mount wasn't the right height somehow and it would rock back and forth. So I had to unbolt the seats and weld another small spacer onto the first spacer, which is really just 2 spacers welded together already. So we're basically 3 spacers deep at this point. But that fixed the issue, so now surely I can revel in my hard work, or I could have if the spacers didn't raise the seats to a slightly uncomfortable position. I had to shorten the legs with a saw, and now that the frame was done, the last thing I had to take care of was those sweet, sweet aesthetics, baby. I sanded down the wood and metal on the frame and spray painted it black. Finally, I bought these cool looking fitted seat covers to hide the less than perfect condition of these seats. My cat, aka Bowling Ball, is a big fan. The only money I spent on this project was for the seat covers. Like I said, I used an old bed frame for the metal, the wood and all the hardware I had laying around, and the seats have been sitting in storage for a few years since I replaced them in the car they came out of.